for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
I'm back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the for my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, I might tell them it's nothing. In the discussion, go them feelings, I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you almost spotted the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty talking about, oh. I'm on that now, can't get a pass now. I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now.
Yeah. Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
Back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the for my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get on my God, I might tell them it's nothing. In the discussion, all them feelings, I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you almost spotted the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty talking about, oh. I'm on that now, can't get a pass now. I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. It's trash now, I'ma spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the skies the proof. You could just see in my eyes that there is no lies. I cannot disguise the truth. I've been ducked off, getting in my new merch, color duck sauce on the new couch with my chucks on. Get the on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat. Get the out of my face.
Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
I brought that with me. Case they get too easy. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my baby. Know how I'm coming, and they know what we had. Run around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out. Cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN, working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out, cause all of my hitters too deep in. With the boy, I'm so shame. Ain't worried about long as my money and my green. I get crucified. Living in my bloodline, this place in my family tree. How the they pressed, I did my best out of what they handed me. Straight out of that country, know my shawty dick as human air. And I need not mention no extensions, that's human hair. Boy, we grew in there. Around through that left side, low end. All of mine need more wins. If you got beef, don't come out. Cause my young hitter might go in. Uptown GN, working all through my weekend. Hoping these don't show out. Cause all of my hitters too deep in. Tell them no stress, no biggie. Baby, I'm just too jiggy. Better know I brought that with me. Case they get too big. Baby, don't stress, don't sweat it. Put it all on my baby. Know how I'm coming. And they know what we headed. Be that left side, low end.
Hey, welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother, DMG, the poet, a.k.a. Brother Pianki, a.k.a. the HNIC, a.k.a. the infamous DMG. And my name is my name. Shout out to all the haters and they little hating clique. As you can see, y'all can't stop me. But I ain't gonna get into that tonight. That's coming later. I got my man, my protege, Kahani, in the building. It's been a long time, my brother. But before we get into our spiel, you know I gotta do my spiel. I want to say God bless to all my Christian brothers and sisters. Shout out to the super team. I want to say Hotep to all my Kemetic brothers and sisters. Shout out to the Temple of Het Haru. I want to say shalom to all my Israelite brothers and sisters. Shout out to Captain K and ISUPK. I want to say Islam to all my Moorish brothers and sisters. Salute to Apollo Bay. I want to say assalamu alaikum to all my brothers and sisters in the NOI. Big salute to my brother Khalil Shabazz. I want to say peace to all my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth, them 5%ers. Shout out to the God body, Marlon Simmons. I want to say what's up to all my Abo brothers and sisters. Salute to all my atheist brothers and sisters. Big shout out to all my Owaspi brothers and sisters. Creator gang in the building. I want to say what's up to all my Rasta brothers and sisters. What up out there, Zion Warchild and all the rosters. Last and certainly not least, I want to say jumbo to all the rest of my brothers and sisters all throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or wherever you are. That being said, y'all know we can't have unity without uniformity. We can't disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable, and different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. Y'all see I remixed it a little bit. That don't make what I said not be true, though. My man Kahani, we've been trying to do this for a minute, but I kept falling asleep on you, so I said forget it. I'm up. I'm going to see if he up. It's almost midnight, but we're going to do it anyway. What's going on, my brother? African Ancestry Revealed. What's the word?
Oh man, it's, I've told you about what's going on, and,
no doubt.
Thankfully, it didn't turn out like I hoped at first, so I'm still okay.
You still all right? You still good?
Yeah.
Did your worst fear come true, brother?
No, it didn't. It didn't. So.
Okay. So you're not, or you get? Can I call you a white man now? Can I call you a European now, bro?
We haven't even gotten there yet.
Okay, let's slow walk this thing. I got a feeling I'm gonna be able to call you Amu, but go ahead.
All right.
What's that book, man? The Maguzu. What's the name of that book, man? I can't think of it right now, man. By the sister.
Talk about Marimba Ani.
I believe so. What's the name of that book?
Urugu.
Urugu. That's it. Am I gonna be calling you a Urugu, brother?
No, you're gonna call me something else.
Oh man. Okay. Let's get into it, brother. Let's get into it.
All right. So we did and for a very long time I was trying to get my African ancestry.
First of all, let me time you out. Reintroduce yourself to the Paradigm Shift TV 314 audience, my brother.
Well, my name is Will Randall today. So I've done a few interviews with Black people that were upstanding. Two PhDs and one political activist. I try to find people that are upstanding in terms of not only like what they do, but who they're, what their work is geared towards.
That's correct. All right, brother. All right, proceed, man. Proceed. If you dare.
Let's go to my father's side. This is.
Are you sharing? Are you sharing your screen?
No, I'm gonna read it off my phone.
Okay.
Because the certificate, it had the letter that they give you, it shows your address.
Yeah. I got you. Keep your privacy. So
I'm just gonna read off what they sent me on my father's side. It is with great pleasure that I report our patriclan analysis successfully identified your paternal genetic ancestry. By analyzing your Y chromosome DNA, we have determined that you share paternal genetic ancestry with people living in many different countries throughout Europe today. We cannot pinpoint the ancestry due to a specific country due to the number of markers that we used. So that's my dad's. And FYI,
go.
And FYI, African ancestry traces your DNA 500 years or maybe 2,000 years ago. Those are the numbers that they, write in your letter. So the fact that they traced it all the way back to 500 years ago, that should kind of fill in the blanks about how that got there.
So I just want to make sure I heard you correctly, my young Padawan.
Yes.
Did you say on your father's side they trace your lineage back to multiple countries in Europe?
Yep.
You know my brother Captain K say you are what your father is. You ain't never heard him. You ain't heard that before.
I mean, I don't really care about Hebrew Israelites.
I'm not saying that you should care. I'm just saying that's what my brother Captain K say. And if that's the case, man, I just,
Shame. 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 Shame.
I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. Continue. Because you look a little distraught in real life. All right, let me stop messing with you. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was very, I mean, when you think about it, if we were to look at, so-called African American genetics, right? We're like, most African Americans are like 80% African and the rest could be European with the splash of Native American somewhere,
I was 90%.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So you did the Ancestry.com?
I did Ancestry and African Ancestry.
That's very interesting.
I did Ancestry first, and then Me and my wife both did African ancestry. That's how I knew I was linked to the Sierra Leone, and you know, all of that good stuff I shared with you. I ain't ready to quite get into it publicly, but yeah. So 90%, brother. I'm a African for real, for real. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm just trying to make you a little jealous. But nah, legit. It do say 90%. Whatever that mean, I don't know what it mean, but you know, I want to get somebody who is like really into like genetics and can really talk to me about what all of that mean. I'm kind of looking for somebody to do that show with me as I break all that down. And then I will, you know, break it down and show people, because I know nothing about it outside of what it's saying. And yeah, apparently I'm 90% African descent, and then it break down, you know, where my 10%, quote unquote, 10% European markers come from.
Yeah, I wonder who you are going to be able to find, because that's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I want it to be somebody, you know, that actually know what they're talking about, not somebody that's just speculating. So we'll see. But continue, my brother. I don't want nobody, as you say, to get up there talking about A1, B1, elemental P. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shaking the ropes and running into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it 100%, you know. So let's move on to my mother's. Great news. Here are your matriclan test results. You have maternal ancestors from the Akan people in Ghana. This means someone's from your mom's side of the family was from this group a long time ago, to 500 to 2,000 years. Your DNA
Let's go, mama. Let's go, mama.
Your DNA is a 100% match with the Akan people. This part of your DNA comes from your mother's side.
His mama bad too. Let me stop. No disrespect.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Me and my mom, we sometimes I hate going to public with her, because people be thinking that me and her are together, and I'd be like, oh no, that's my mom. No, like I'm serious.
It'd be irritating, don't it? I know.
Yeah.
But go ahead, brother. Go ahead. So now your mother is most definitely linked to the Akan people. How did that make you feel? Was it the opposite feeling of what you felt when you read the patrilineal results?
Yeah, because on my mom's side, you know, I don't want to go too much into detail, but like, you know, it's kind of red hair is kind of prevalent in my mother's side.
Really?
You know, it's very prevalent. So, you know, I was very, you know, shocked, but at the same time, what has to be said is that it's not surprising that I'm a Khan, because a lot of the Africans, our ancestors that were taken from Africa, are the coastal Africans, you know, like Nigeria. They didn't really, they went into the so-called kingdoms in those areas, where it was already kind of established as a so-called, like civilization. So it was easy for Europeans to be like, we want these people, we'll give you bric-a-brac and rum and gold. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when you kind of study the slave trade a little bit more, even Europeans, there was a book that I was reading on the Kota people in I think Gabon, and they talked about how Europeans really couldn't. They had trouble with the traditional, like the groups that were really like groups. They had trouble with them because they didn't. They caused a little bit of problems. So, but then also I like to bring up. I remember a long time ago when I was at my performing arts school, and I was a theater major, and I can remember they had these Guyanese, these Ghanaian dancers rather, and I never thought like that these people were actually my relatives. So so
Hey, hey, Silent K got you mixed up with your homeboy. What's up? What's up with your homie? Have you spoke to him?
Who?
Read what Silent K put. I said he got you mixed up with your homeboy.
Oh, I haven't heard from him in a while, actually.
Okay. I wonder how you doing. Shout out to Silent K.
Last time I heard, I think he's in the Navy. I think somewhere in the military, something like that. Last time it was like probably a few years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I never would have thought that these Ghanaians that was teaching us dancing and Anansi the spider. I never thought that these people were actually my relatives.
And now how you feel about
it? That's I probably have to go to Ghana one day and go to Elmina or visit a few slave dungeons over there, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of.
do you feel more knowledgeable about yourself now that you've had this testing done? Has it fulfilled a hole in or bridged the knowledge gap for you?
Yes. So now all I have to do is get another shelf. And I'm just going to dedicate that specifically to the Akan people in Ghana. Now I could kind of move away from the generalist view of studying African people and just pinpoint it to the Akan people.
So now, what are you going to do about the European side of your family tree? Are you gonna seek to try to find out more about that end of the spectrum and study them as well?
No.
Why not?
It really has no I don't have interest.
But that's a part of your genetic story, right?
It's not a story that I wish to learn about and waste time on.
Why would it? Well, let me ask you this, just a little pushback. Why would it be a waste of time if it actually, you wouldn't be you without that contribution to your genetic makeup, right?
I mean, that part in my genetics, it really doesn't matter to me. Like it's just
no. Just walk with me. I'm not asking if it matters to you. I understand that, and I can see that. I'm simply saying, without it, you aren't you. Just like the 10% European ancestry that I have. I'm not me without that. So I do have a genuine curiosity. Okay, if it's 2% England, 2% Ireland, I think it was Wales and a couple of other European countries. I'm curious to find out, what part, all of that income, because to me, I feel like we generally say, all right, when we do these DNA tests, we say I'm this part African, and that's all that matters. And the part that's European gets discarded. My question to you is, why does that part not matter to you, considering without that part, you're not you? Is it just because it's European? Because what if it was Mexican? Would you have any curiosity about it then?
I really wouldn't have it. I'd be like, ugh.
So even less so.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay.
So the only what if it was Native Indian?
The same.
So the only part of your DNA that you're concerned about is the part that connects you to Africa.
Correct.
Why?
Because that's what I am.
Not completely though, right?
I mean, everybody isn't necessarily 100%, something anyway. But the part that makes me African, that makes me who I am, what I, see in the mirror every day is what concerns me.
So it's more of a philosophical thing than it is actually like a genetic thing.
No, it's not philosophical. It's more, I mean, I'm studying
ideological.
It's kind of part of it, but I told you what I'm getting into, so it's a little bit more to that,
Right, and I'm not going to delve into that until you're ready to publicly talk about that. I was just curious. Now I'm not going to harp on it too much more because I was just curious. I'm always, and they call me the devil's advocate because I always got to give a little pushback as to, why it's just like I had Chris Harris on a couple weeks ago. And one of the things I asked him, I asked you the same thing. Well, I asked you this question before I asked that question. Do you feel Christianity is part and parcel of white supremacy?
How do we go from?
No. I'm gonna tell you where I'm going with it, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm gonna break it down either way. But do you feel like Christianity is part and parcel of white supremacy?
Well, there is scholarship that says that is the case.
Okay.
And then there's other that's actually new.
But that's a yes. That's a yes.
Well, there's scholarship that says
just a yes or no on what you believe.
I mean, be absolutely honest with you. I'm so like I'm studying something. I'm not trying to study that religion. Like you don't
want to answer.
I just don't. I don't study that. I'm not.
So you don't have an answer. The reason I asked him that is because that was his assertion, and so my pushback was because he was focusing on the individuals who enslaved our ancestors, and you also had individuals who believed in the same thing that pushed for the liberation of our ancestors. And my question is always, if the belief is part and parcel to white supremacy, why didn't those two sides agree on one thing. So to me, it can't be that the belief is part and parcel to white supremacy. It's the people who have these two different views, because both of them claim to believe the same thing. If it was the belief, then they would have been in agreement on one side or the other. And it's always people who have this stringent view who seem to get, because Chris didn't really, he was like, I'm not here to deal with that, kind of like you just did. And I find that curious, because we seem to want to stay grounded on one end of the spectrum without even giving consideration to the opposite thought. And I always find that curious. So when I ask you why you don't have any curiosity as far as the other end of your DNA, that was why, because it seemed like you just like F that. Regardless of it being a part of you or not, you just like, forget that. I'm strictly focusing on this end, and I just wanted to understand why that was.
Well, I mean, the thing with some people not wanting to actually study something that goes outside of their worldview, I think to an extent that shows more about I hope I'm using it correctly, but the intellectual maturity of some people. With me, when I'm studying something, right, I try my best to take the emotions and particular things out of it, because I'm trying to learn. I care about learning the particular, arguments, or learning, well, in my case, more particular events. I'll give an example, right? And I've told you this a bunch of times where you've laughed yeah, you're right, or whatever. I tell you that my field of the thing I like to study is, political regimes, revolutionary regimes, political agitators. That's all me. I could give an example. I noticed that a lot of people, they tend to have a very, how should I say? I don't want to say juvenile, but it seems that when the civil rights era, or even Marcus Garvey's era, is kind of brought up, right? They bring up maybe, Dr. King, Malcolm X, the Nation of Islam, etc., right? But they don't bring up the Comintern. And they don't bring up, Mao. They don't bring up Paul Robeson. And it's like, when you study, other people in the events that was around a particular time period, it kind of changes your perspective. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
So I think that some people have to have, I don't know, intellectual maturity when it comes to, I would say, historical subjects, because, I've read, and I'm still trying to find books on the Black church, well, the early Black church, rather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I don't want to say, when I look at the Black church from 1800s, 1900s, I think to a certain extent, it kind of shows African American tenacity, in a sense, that those people from a long time ago was trying to find a way to make Christianity work for them.
I don't think they tried. I think they literally made it work for them. Because if we look at, you a student of history, if we look at what they was able to accomplish 80 years, 100 years out of slavery, economically alone, to the point where we had racist whites literally have to make up lies to destroy what these people had built and accomplished all across this country. You from St. Louis, and you know exactly. You know I'm working on a documentary about the city my parents grew up in, Kinloch, an all-black city, that through a bunch of different avenues was basically annexed. And so I think what our people accomplished with the Black church as a driving force is unparalleled, considering barely a century earlier, they were slaves. So, and for people now, it's bizarre to me for people now to speak about the Black church in the manner in which they do, when we can literally look back and see what these people was able to do. And then we say the craziest stuff about those same individuals as if they was idiots, as if they was dummies, as if they got punked, or if they got hoodwinked and bamboozled, when we can barely duplicate what they did coming out of slavery.
Well, I would have to say on that is that it seems to me that I think one of the reasons why we're not, I don't think that we're not really able to replicate the deeds and other things that people before us did is simply, in the words of Vladimir Lenin, the objective conditions are a bit different in those time periods. The time, place, etc. was different for them to do certain things. But then also, I would also say that in the words of, I'm not even going to do that, but I think the more and more we become, I don't want to say westernized, but the more and more I think that we stay, westernized, etc., the more comfortable that we tend to become. And
so what if the reverse argument was made, that the more we've gotten away from the values that those ancestors had in terms of their Christian values, the more we've gotten away from those and delved into other ideologies, that we've become more susceptible to Western thoughts and Western behaviors and immoral behaviors, et cetera, et cetera. Because I've heard that argument be made as well. And I think it's grounds for both. So I think, but we went down a religious road, and that's my fault, because I talked about the question I asked Chris Harris. Let's get back to the DNA. With you now having the revelation about your DNA, have you had conversations with your parents about it?
My father, he was kind of the first one to say that he wanted to do it. And, my dad, he's not necessarily, I don't want to say, he's not as into, African history as I am. But he still wants to know. But I'm gonna tell my dad about, we probably need to do the maternal side, just to see if it's gonna be, different or something like that. And my mom, she was pretty excited about it. She wasn't as excited, but she was excited.
And I think that your father would probably find that his maternal side is more than likely, if not similar to yours, where his maternal ancestry is of African descent. And that's the story that unfolds with your family is a common story with our people here in the United States, in that we were victims, and in some cases we were victims of our females were victims of sexual assault from European men. In other instances, they actually chose to be with these European men. Whatever the case may be, it's a common thing to have that element introduced into our gene pool. So it's not like, I messed with you and did the shame soundbite just because I know that probably, irritated you a little bit to have that revelation. But that's a common thing, bro. There's nothing to be alarmed about, upset about, or otherwise. That's just the story of us in this country. I was actually surprised that my results weren't just like yours on one side or the other. My wife's was exactly not exactly like yours, but her, except it was the opposite. Her mother's side had the European ancestry, and her father's side didn't. So, it just that's what it is in terms of what took place with our people in this country. So it's good that they was excited about it. Hopefully, you can get your father to do his and get a little more insight into what's going on.
Yeah, I hope that the DNA test that my father does on his maternal side, I hope it comes out as Nigerian, because I have a lot of Nigerian friends, and I remember when I was younger, like in high school, I was always attracted to Nigerian women. Like they've always been, always been in my life, and I've always just fallen in love with them.
Like big, but nah, my bad.
No, that's how they were. That's how they were. They were blue, black, purple. If we're gonna use that old school term,
it's a sister named Eve. I was just talking about her at the barbershop, bro. Beautiful sister, ridiculous. Let me stop. Bottom line is,
your wife could be watching.
Right, you mess around, see a shoe in slow motion, hat get the going. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
like Bernie Mac. Remember when Wanda kicked him out and he was in his driveway and he was sleeping there? And
listen, beautiful sister. Shout out to Eve, and then Boyo from Nigeria, and Eve is, like you said, black as midnight, beautiful nonetheless. Boyo is high yellow, and
like she would tell EGO firm.
About that complexion, maybe a little bit light, and both of them beautiful sisters. Boyo actually do like the fitness competitions. They both work for St. Louis County Library. So but yeah, man, I'm gonna introduce you to Eve one day. Next time me and you in North County, out there where my people stay, I'm gonna introduce you to Eve. We're gonna roll up there.
That'll be cool. Yeah, I hope by that time I'll be in a particular headspace, because I've been in the females department. I'm not saying, I'm kind of winning, but it's kind of overtaking what I have to do. And Talawa Adodo, he tells me, yeah.
You've been kind of slipping, man. You've been focusing a lot on the females. I see, man. What's going on, bro?
Yeah. See, it's very,
That
I'm
voice got a
dealing
little
with
high pitch too.
I'm dealing with a woman that is she's a few years older than I am. She's in her 30s.
Every woman you deal with is older than you. We're not gonna even go there, but go ahead.
And I'm kind of I don't know how should I say this. It's very interesting because now I'm well, and I've also dealt with women that were like 36, 37, but I'm just starting to know that I don't know, and just tell me if I'm wrong here, but I'm kind of finding out that it seems that women that deal with people that are significantly younger than they are, they're very iffy about it. Like I was dealing with this 36-year-old who I had to leave her alone. I told you about her, and you
Yeah,
said you
don't go into
yeah,
details.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not. But she would always tell me like, I'm in love with you, and you make me feel a
Hey,
certain type of way. But no, let me
listen,
finish. Let me finish.
go
Like,
ahead, because I got a solution for you, brother. Go ahead.
you make me feel a certain type of way, but the fact that I am what was she like 14 years older than you, you know, I don't know about bringing you around my family. Like I don't want them looking at me weird. And then the other woman I'm dealing with, she's kind of in charge of the things that we do. And well, not in charge because I don't know what we are, but let's say she's like, I'm older than you are. You know, I know what I'm talking about. I'm more mature than you know what I mean. And I'm like, this is probably not the best course of action. You know?
Yeah, I get you. I get you, but I got a solution for you, brother. I know a savage. I know a sister who is a savage, right? Some would say she's a sage, but she's a savage, and she would not give you the issues. I know for a fact she would not give you the issues that these females you be dealing with be giving you, brother. She's an innocent flower, and you wouldn't have these problems out of her, brother. And I think I'm gonna introduce y'all. Is that cool?
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I've always I love women, right? Even if I can't, do with them, like I've always felt
Now
this way,
you
right?
gotta promise me though, if I introduce you to this innocent flower, you won't fall in love.
Yeah, that ever since Super Bowl 2 years ago, I was like, yeah, this
Yeah, we
is.
can't. I don't want to have that type of
Yeah.
conversation with you about this one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah, because that had me
hey,
reevaluating my whole life. I'm like, I'm
yeah,
straight up.
it had me reevaluating my whole life. Like, I think I started taking my medication way more seriously after that. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
oh
Like,
yeah. I
brother.
mean,
So what I'm telling you is, if I introduce you to this innocent flower, you cannot fall in love. You got to give me your word, otherwise it can't go down.
oh yeah. You have my word 100%. Like, I mean, because like the
Saying
thing is,
you saying that now,
no.
because I'm telling you, I know men who have simply heard her voice and went head over heels. Never mind when they actually seen her. So before you say that, make sure you mean it.
Oh yeah, I mean that 100%. Like, like I'm gonna explain this to you, right? Like, I love women, right? And I love women because every time I'm talking to a new woman, it's a master class in a sense where they tell me certain things, right? So, like, I give an example. The woman that I'm spending a lot of time with,
Are you sharing your genetics with her?
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no. I mean, one time, she did the lockup, and I was like, you know what, I gotta go. But
She did the lockup. Okay.
yeah, she did the lockup,
Hey,
and I'm like,
this is Paradigm Shift After Dark. This is for mature audiences only, family. Hey, brother, do you want to open up the link and chat with the audience, man?
no, but I guess so. It's 11:53, but the
Yeah,
fact
we
that
only
this
we
is
only gonna be
being
on here maybe 10 more minutes, family. If you come up, all we need is a question or a comment. One question or one comment. Hey, shout out to my man Cosmine TV in the building. Creative gang. I gotta holler at them brothers. But yeah, man. One question, one comment. I'm only letting 3 people up. So when I drop the link, the first three. Hey, King Hurt. I don't know if you're ready for this innocent flower, though, brother. I don't know. If you're ready. Hey, this innocent flower, man. Listen. That being said, I'm gonna drop the link. The first 3, you get one question or one comment. The brother is not about to go back and forth. He not even into that. I'm too tired for that. But I did want to respect the brother and get this show cracking. Shout out to my man for coming up here and revealing his DNA test results. That is to me, that's actually a private thing. That's not for public consumption, but my man was brave enough to share it with my audience, and I do appreciate that. That being said, bro, you know that I know that you actually do scholarship. We ain't gonna get into you actually bringing curriculum to your former university right here in St. Louis. Like you doing things on a level, have done things on a level that a lot of people talk about but ain't really doing. So you know.
let me just talk about that real quick. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, and I think a lot of people, I wish that a lot of people would, I tend to see like there's always a match of I was a part of this organization. I'm a part of this organization. I did this. I did that. This person does more than. I mean, this is not a popularity contest. This is this is something that's real. It shouldn't be treated as a reward, if you get what I'm saying. Like, we should all be putting in, a lot of work. Like, with the thing that I did, I don't want to go too deep into that, but it was on some like Game of Thrones almost.
Hey, you see what Silent K asked?
Ask a young brother about what he thinks about Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. I'm gonna be honest. I try to avoid subjects like that on public forums like this, just due to the fact that I mean I don't think YouTube is a tool to properly discuss matters, of that magnitude. It's too hot of a political subject. I just leave that alone.
Understood. Okay. So look, first 3 up. You got a question or comment for the brother. He's going to respond. You can see your way out once he responds, but one question or comment, not both. One question, one comment. First 3. Link is in the chat.
Can I see who these people are?
What's that?
Could I see who these people are? Because if they're like if it appears that they'll keep me on longer than needed, or they
Well, yeah, that's why I said it's a question or a comment. They got one question, one comment. It's not about to be a back and forth. So
who is this?
Lucifer, what's your question or comment for our brother?
Big Lucifer in the building, brother. So you took your DNA test. What was your Y-DNA paternal ancestry?
I didn't look at that. I just read the letter. I'm not a genetics person like that.
Okay, so what company did you use to get your DNA results?
Okay, that was already one question. That was
let me go over to Orthodox Moore. Orthodox Moore, what's your question or comment for our brother?
Yeah, my question is, and quickly I'll just say, appreciate you for having the courage to share your genetic information on the internet. Not everybody's wanting to do that, but based upon what you were saying about your ancestry and your European paternal ancestry, and the fact that you reject that, do you think it would be right and proper and true for other Black people or African people to reject you based upon you having European ancestry, or do you think that would be inconsistent?
Probably right. I mean, that's their prerogative. I mean, if they reject me because of that, so what? Like, I don't care too much.
All right. The Sage, the Savage in the building. What's your question or comment?
I was trying to make sure that, these two troublemakers stay in line that we have, here. But
you came up. Wait a minute.
Hey, I told you I'm a peaceful troublemaker.
Just for the record, Sage, I just want to make sure we clear. You came up here to make sure Orthodox and Lucifer stayed in line. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I was popping my little belt in the background, to intimidate them, just to make sure, they ain't say nothing inflammatory.
He says I do all my troublemaking coloring in between the lines.
Okay. Let's move on to the sister over here, please.
Got you. So, do you have a question or comment for our brother?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of missed a little bit of the show because I was dealing with other things. But why specifically do you reject your European ancestry? Is it just based on the history? During the transatlantic slave trade that you rejected, or is there other reasons?
It's mostly the transatlantic slave trade part.
Okay, gotcha, understood.
Which your ancestors took.
All right.
Wait, hold on. They already asked questions.
Right.
DMD, they already asked questions.
No. We good. We good. So check it out, family. Check it out, family. Our brother has been as forthcoming as he is willing to be. That being said, you can find our brother Lucifer, and in the very near future, our brother the Orthodox Moore on Paradigm Shift TV, taking part in the hottest debate league on YouTube, the Versus Series. The Versus Series is live in 2025. Y'all know what it is. Standard debates. Each debater gets $50. Title matches. The reigning defending champion will get $100. His challenger or her challenger will get $50. All you got to do to get a title shot is get ranked. Come in, perform. If your performance is what it is, you can get ranked in that Versus Series top 10 coming out every month. Once you enter the top 10, you can call your shot for a shot at the undisputed Versus Series world title, and you can get it in with whoever the reigning champion is. You don't have to win 3 in a row, contrary to popular belief. You don't have to win 5 in a row. All you have to do is crack that top 10 and call your shot. Like it, love it, be indifferent to it. That is what it is. So y'all look forward to seeing Lucifer and the Orthodox Moore in the Versus Series. I'm going to say adios to our brothers. but we will be seeing them in the future. I hope I see y'all this Sunday when A9 take on A1. Any closing statements as far as the Versus series? Not towards the brother, but as far as the Versus series.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm waiting on my next match with Heru. I'm gonna box his head in. You know what I'm saying? European style. So we talking about ancestry, European style. You know what I'm saying? Viking style, Scandinavian style, Gaelic style.
Oh man.
Hey,
Orthodox more. Which one say you?
Hey, Yeshub, you see that the Kemetic brother just joined the league over here, right? The one we were talking about debating over the DNA stuff.
Who?
Oh, I can't remember his name right now.
His name Brother Cool.
No, Asarim Khan.
Oh, Asarim Khan. Yeah. Asarim Khan.
I'm gonna give him a Viking burial. I'm gonna put him on a boat and shoot flaming arrows at the boat.
Oh man, I'm gonna make that phone call, man, and see which one of y'all want to shot at Asar first.
Oh, that's gonna be your shoe.
You already know.
Okay, I'm gonna make that phone call tomorrow, brother. So I'm gonna check in with y'all later. Sage, any last words?
I'm just excited for what we have in store coming to the platform, and I'm also excited to be a part of it all. So, yeah, that's all.
There it is.
Exciting time.
And Sage the Savage is a vital part of everything we got going on. So I'm gonna put the ISO on my brother. Brother, any closing words for you in terms of the importance of Black people making sure they understand who they are from a genetic standpoint, doing their work to get that information, and then going about whatever it is they decide to do with said information?
I think knowledge is power. And I also believe in theory and practice as well. So it's not enough to know the knowledge, but it's also something else to do something with it. Doing something with it that is very productive.
Agreed. Hey, brother, I'm proud of you as always. I'm very proud of you, proud to know you. And appreciate you coming on, man. You stood in the gap. I thought you was gonna run from some of them questions, but you didn't, even though I could tell you got a little irritated. But you stood in and answered them quote unquote DMG questions. And I appreciate you, man. So that being said, family, y'all know what it is, man. This Sunday, Anonymous Hebrew making his Versus Series debut against the veteran A1. The question is, should we use the Bible as the best option for the liberation of Black people? And if I didn't word it correctly, y'all go to the channel and read the thumbnail, but it's something along them lines. Should we use the Bible as the best option for the liberation of Black people? Anonymous Hebrew in his Versus Series debut against the Bible breaker, A1. Y'all tune in Sunday for that. I think our boy Ratchet gonna be on the ones and twos. Y'all come and check us out. The Versus Series is live in 2025. Shout out to my queen. Tomorrow makes 28 years that she been married to my crazy ass. I don't know how I pulled it off, but I did. So salute to my queen. We still here. Started in 1994. Somehow in 1997, I got her to marry me. And somehow in 2025, we still live. So shout out to my queen. I appreciate y'all coming to join us. And we'll be black at it again, family. It's Paradigm Shift TV 314. It's your brother DMG the Poet. Till next time, we out. That's peace.
The following music is performed by the Musical Messiah, aka the most dangerous Bible believer. Please be advised by how hard it hits.
Wanna have to do it, 'cause if you do it, you gon' have to prove it, you gon' lose it. Nigga living life in my paradigm. state of mind. Something like the truth is, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to you. Back up on the beat, back up on the sweet. Pack up all who speak bad on O&E. You don't wanna have to do it, 'cause if you do it, you gon' have to prove it. You gon' lose it, nigga. Living life in my paradigm, shifting time from one state of mind. Something like the truth is, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to you. Back up on the beat, back up on the sweet. Pack up all who speak bad on O&E. You might know that Neo love, but Neo love O&E above. Switching lanes in the turning lane. Old school, no roof above. Carpool, no room for her. Bitch, you cartoons, we gets it up. We check the sources, you listen to voices. You are not living like us. You say you creeping in houses and all of the monsters is living in fearing of us. Pussy, we are not monsters and we are not pouncing and we are not giving a fuck. We up the score on you niggas. We done outgrowed out you niggas, nigga. Yeah, with DM the G, Craig and the Craig and nobody. They saying you the Naz, but he be trash. Bring me the bag. Why the fuck would you brag with? No, you ain't living that bad. You are not rad. I take your choices and put them inside of a bag. Smoke them like hash, then dump out the ash and now the pussy on the crash. You don't wanna have to do it, 'cause if you do it, you gon' have to prove it. You gon' lose it, nigga. Living life in my paradigm, shifting time from one state of mind. Something like the truth is, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to you. Back up on the beat, back up on the sweet. Pack up all who speak bad on O&E. You don't wanna have to do it, 'cause if you do it, you gon' have to prove it. You gon' lose it, nigga. Living life in my paradigm, shifting time from one state of mind. Something like the truth is, yes sir, I can prove it. Go ahead, bring the hallelujah to you. Back up on the beat, back up on the sweet. Pack up all who speak bad on O&E. Paradigm.